What is up, guys? Welcome back. We are on the last day of this 7-part series. If you're new, my name is Tabs McCaffrey and I run a reselling business called the Urban Goddess Shop. I've been breaking down video by video the tools that I think you need to make daily sales. Today's video is going to be more of a recap, and then I have some stuff at the end that we're going to discuss that we haven't already talked about. Let's go over. So I put out 6 videos already. The first one was take good pictures. I promise you, quality photos will equate to more sales. I promise you that. This doesn't mean over editing your photos either. This would mean like good lighting, cleaning the lens on your camera before you take pictures. If you need help with that, make sure you check out the video below in the description, and that'll be video number 1. Video number 2, we talked about listing consistently and what that means to you. Like, is it listing daily? Is it listing a couple times a week? Do you know your numbers? Do you know how many listings that you need to make in a month to make your sales goal? And then obviously breaking that down weekly. If you haven't watched that video yet, again, go down in the description, check it out. I'm gonna help you figure out your magic number and kind of like what your listing goals should be to hit your business goals and your sales goals. Number 3 was research trends and doing comparative pricing, looking up items before you buy, stop buying inventory that no one wants, right? That's a great idea. Video number 4 was accepting reasonable offers. This one is hard when you start because I feel like we list at what we want to sell it for. Once you get better at adding, that percentage on of what you're prepared to give as a discount, it'll become easier to accept offers because you're going to have that put into your total cost. The next one was sending out offers. So sending out offers to likes or watchers if you're selling on eBay. I make majority of my sales off of sending out offers and offers to bundles. This is reselling. People want deals. Okay, they are buying secondhand items. I mean, sometimes they're buying them to pay full price, but if they're on the app on Poshmark, they're probably looking for a deal. So make sure you're sending out offers to people. Next one would be list desirable items. I went over all the ways that you can find items that people are looking for, how to get creative. Or if your local thrift store sucks, try sourcing online. Maybe you make a weekend trip to a town that's a couple hours away and you're doing your sourcing that way. There's so many ideas, so make sure you're watching that video before you head out, knowing what sells and what you're looking for your profit margin. Then that way you have an idea of what you can spend on your cost of goods. Now, depending on how you're sourcing, these rules may or may not apply. They're just kind of what have worked in my business. The last thing that I really want to talk about that I feel like has the biggest impact on my business, really helps me run this business that's making money on 2 to 3 days a week. I promise you guys, I only work 2 to 3 days a week on my business. The big thing that had an impact on my business was creating processes for everything. Having a routine on the days that you're working on your business, knowing what you're going to be doing throughout the day. If you want to run your reselling like a business, you need to treat it like one, right? So we're going to kind of go through some tips that I have on creating processes. When I first started reselling, I probably spent about 3 months just like setting up processes in my business so that I was doing things repetitively and doing things the same way. That way I wasn't having to think as much. I worked on setting up my inventory so that it was quick and easy to find things, also easy to put items away. I set up my shipping area so that everything was within an arm's reach and everything that I needed I could kind of do within 1 or 2 steps. These things really helped in the efficiency because I felt like that's where I was spending a lot of time. Besides the sourcing part, which I think again takes quite a bit of time as well, but your listing, your packaging, your inventory, those are all big time sucks that if you don't have, solid processes or have things in kind of one area, it can really take up a lot of time and something that maybe you don't look forward to doing as well. I have a process for listing. I do things in batches. I like to prep, photograph, list, inventory, do all that stuff in batches. I work most efficiently in this way. I would really recommend doing it in batches, whatever your batches is. Maybe for you, batching is like 5 items at a time and your goal is to list 5 items a day. Because I work in 2 to 3 days on my business, my listing goals tend to be 20 to 35 items a day. So I have to be efficient to be able to get all those things done within a certain time period. And I don't spend all day listing those 25 to 35 items. I usually put together a few hours in the afternoon that I can commit to doing that. You also want to set your listing goals. This is a benchmark. This is helping you reach your goals. If you don't have these benchmarks, you're just going to work aimlessly. You're going to go around in circles. You're never going to know what you're trying to reach. You're not going to understand why you're not making daily sales. When I go back to video number 2, where we kind of work backwards and figure out your magic number, once you have this, you will know how many items you have to list in a month. Break it down, divide it by 4 into a week, and then break it down further into how many days you're going to be listing that week. And it's just kind of planning your week out. Next one was researching trends. So set time aside to do your research. Once you build this habit and you do research, a couple times a week, I don't do it every night. I do it probably like 2, maybe 3 times, or if I know that I'm going to have a huge sourcing day, I might do it then. Once you build that habit, you're going to just, every time you do it, you're just adding to your knowledge base. You're just adding to your filing cabinet of all these brands and styles and things that you're looking for. And going forward through the years, you can look at a style and know what year it's from and how old it is. If that makes sense, I hope it does. The other one would be knowing your numbers for profit margin. So always using math over emotion. I use math and my calculator when accepting an offer. Does it meet the profit margin that I was looking for? What is the percentage of discount that I'm giving on this item if I accept that offer, right? But knowing what you're okay with. The next one would be being active on the app. Make sure you're sending offers to everyone that likes items in your closet. I know this is going to seem daunting at first and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm always going to be on my phone. It's not like that. It's super quick and easy. You could do it 2 or 3 times a day. And once you start doing it and you have your keyboard shortcut set up for, maybe a couple sentences that you send to everyone, it's super easy. And if you're using those bundle or what the heck is it called? The new features they put out, that bundle feature, it's pretty easy to send out offers in there as well. Don't let that stop you. Every single item that is liked in your closet, you should send them an offer. The last one that I want to talk about, once you're in the habit of knowing trends and styles and brands, you will also be more efficient in sourcing. And this was part of just like creating those processes of doing your research, knowing your information, setting up your workspace. These all help you become a better reseller. This kind of wraps it up. I don't know if I missed anything. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I'm going to look back and think, oh, I didn't talk to you guys about this. But these are like the biggest things, guys. If you focus on these, pretty basic tasks and strategies, I think you will see an improvement in your sales. And lastly, obviously you got to have fun doing this. If you're not having fun and this is your side hustle, you're going to burn out. You're not going to want to keep doing it. You got to avoid burnout. So putting aside a time for your family, putting aside time for fun or cooking supper or watching a movie. These are all important things. Reselling cannot be your entire life. And I promise if it is your entire life and you don't take any breaks, you will burn out. So prioritize yourself, prioritize your friends and your family, fit them in. You can definitely do this in pockets of time and still go out and enjoy your life. And then the last thing I want to talk about is make some reseller friends through social media. These people are your coworkers. This is where you can bounce ideas off of. I have so many PFFs, and if you've ever reached out to me on social media, you know I am always down for talking. Make some friends, talk with other resellers, engage in people's posts, and I think you're going to find there's a community of people that are here just to help you grow, help you succeed. I think this is the hustle of 2021. Definitely, I think it was the hustle. I still think it is. I think this is an awesome way for you to either create side income or turn it into your full-time business. It's really up to you. It's how far you're willing to take it. Are you willing to treat this like a business? and knowing the steps. So I hope this has helped you guys. If any of these videos have brought you value, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that these things are helping you out. Drop in the comments, add anything you want. I want to hear from you guys. I love reading your comments and replying. And yeah, okay, I'm out of here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we are going to get back to regular content. Okay, guys, bye.